is an airplane that can only go west. If it doesn't go west, not a single person on this flight will survive. Because of the sun's mutation, all living creatures that are caught in the sunlight are already dead. Watching the airport on the ground fall into chaos, the passengers in the cabin realized that the end of the world was really coming. Until then, the major on the plane no longer chose to hide. He told everyone one by one about the sun's mutation and told them to be prepared mentally, because to survive, they must race against the sun. Only if they keep flying towards the west can they live longer. But just then, the girl in the co-pilot seat said that due to the serious lack of fuel now, they have to find an airport to land and refuel the plane as soon as possible. If they can't find a place to land, they may not be able to escape. Then the captain and co-pilot walked into the cockpit. The passengers in the cabin were instantly scared and panicked. Some hugged their families and prayed in their hearts. Some were so scared that they started talking to themselves. Some even took out their cell phones to record their last words. At this critical moment, a boy started sweating and couldn't speak. When they found out that the boy had swallowed 10 pounds of diamonds before boarding the plane, no one could do anything about it. As the airplane's fuel alarm began to sound, the captain puts his only hope in a nearby airport. As the plane began its descent, the hearts of everyone in the cabin were in their throats. They were afraid that something dangerous might happen. Fortunately, thanks to the captain's skillful maneuvering, he was able to stop the plane before it was hit. Then the people on board rushed to get off the plane. They took out their cell phones and started to report to their families. But when they called their families, they couldn't get through. Until they watched TikTok, they didn't realize that the world had changed, and their families were long gone. While everyone was grieving, a small car drove up slowly, and then 3 soldiers stepped out of the car. They claimed to be survivors and wanted to follow them on their escape. The captain had no choice but to allow them to board the plane, and with that, they hurriedly began to search for supplies. Finally, they filled the plane with fuel, and once again, they set off to race against the sun.